AITA for getting an entire table for myself after my husband and his mom didn't save me a seat? I'll start this off by saying that I, F32, have been with my husband Bob, M39 for 3 years, married for 1. His mom has a habit of keeping me out of most of their functions with the excuse of "you work too much." Not true, because sometimes I do make myself available but yet find myself excluded. Last week, his mom invited us for a celebratory dinner at the restaurant after she completed her recovery. I had to that day, but I can't her and everyone know that I'd be there at 8 p.m. Bob obviously knew I was coming. Thing is, when I arrived to the restaurant I saw that the table was full. All chairs had been taken and I just stood there with complete puzzlement while Bob and his mom just stared at me. His mom then told me there was no place left for me and that I could either have Bob get up and take his seat or go home. I was so upset, but instead of going home I just went and took an entire table for me. Bob and his mom watched with their eyes popping out of their heads like they saw something so shocking. I did get weird looks from the guests, but so did Bob. And his mom. It was awkward in all honesty. I had my dinner, dessert, then went home. I saw Bob and his mom staring grudgingly while I was making my way out. He got home an hour later and yelled saying I embarrassed his mom in front of her guests. I yelled asking WTF was I supposed to do after I got denied a seat, and he told me that it wasn't his nor his mom's fault. Guests arrived before me and took all the available chairs. I told him he could have saved me a chair. He said that I could have just left instead, and reminded me that I was a guest and that I shouldn't expect this level of entitlement to be accepted. He then went on about how I ruined the entire dinner for him and his mom with what I did and has been pouting about it for days now. I don't get it, I really don't. Was my expectation really that entitled? I mean, as his wife he should have saved me a seat. But clearly I'm missing something here.